What the hell is that?
What the fuck are you wearing, man?
It's Halloween. I'm the jokester.
Oh,
You like it?
I like it, man. It's good.
Yeah.
You look,
Like you.
Oh my god.
we just started the fucking podcast,
Sorry.
man.
I'm excited. I've been hailing cabs and they came.
You had to go there?
Oh my god. We fucking just started the podcast, bro.
Welcome to Bad Vice. Happy Halloween, everyone. I'm the jokester. Welcome to Bad Vice. Today, we've decided to do a Halloween episode. We dressed up. Carlos is a 70s hippie that contracted AIDS. Alvin is the guy who says bitch from Breaking Bad. And
Bitch.
I am
The iconic jokester.
I am borderline racial right now.
A little bit, but you know,
I think it's an acceptable amount.
Thank you.
yeah.
If I was a mime, this would be okay, right? Because this is what Joker
Yeah,
is
you
based
need
off
to
of.
start doing
Yeah,
that.
he's a mime. Yeah.
Yeah, when people are like, you're doing, whiteface, I'll be like,
Yeah, start miming.
Talk to the
Show-
hand.
Show us your best mime right now. He's in a box.
He's in
saying,
a
fuck you in a box.
He's in a further box right now. He's
He's dancing in the box. He's got moves in the box.
Yeah. All right. He's attempting something.
He's confused. He's juggling. He's juggling them nuts. Aye. Okay. He fingered something.
I don't know what that was, but it was very wow. Oh wow.
Oh, he fingered something.
Do it
again.
one more time. One more time.
Yeah, man.
Wow. That was impressive. I want to
This is
see
why
that.
I'm in the soup, bro. You're a fucking disease in my life. I got quarantine away from you, bro.
I have no idea what you just said, but all right.
I don't know either.
You don't have headphones on.
Yeah, and I still can't hear you.
You sound like Bane from Batman Rises.
I'm
Is it Batman
I'm-
Rises or Batman Rises
Begins. Batman Rises the porno you watch.
Again? Batman Rises again.
I'm the budget Bane before my powers settled in.
Oh, okay. Don't know how much Bane that is, but
People have been treating me a lot better since I started wearing this.
yeah. Like I said, it's an improvement.
I know.
God damn.
You're very colorful. You got the green, the purple, the white face. You got the
Thanks. So today on Bad Vice, in the worst vice possible, we've decided to dress up as things for Halloween. We haven't gone to a Halloween party. Instead, we're here filming an episode for you guys. And we're talking about some of the scary encounters that we've had or know of. Just scary stories in general.
spooky.
But who actually, Carlos wanted us to guess the type, the kind of pirate he was?
Yeah, can you guess? You guys, I
Gay
haven't-
pirate.
what?
Gay pirate?
Pirate? All right, what do you think?
Are you a pirate on holiday?
Wait, which earring is your ear?
I don't have earrings.
Not a very good pirate, are you?
Oh no, he's wearing the eye patch on the left eye, so he's straight.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing.
You look very gimmicky. That's all I can say.
Okay, can you actually guess what I am though?
Do you want me to guess what you
Yeah.
are?
A pirate.
You're a pirate.
Man, I'm the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Are you sure you're not the SpongeBob pirate?
Oh, because he's wearing a SpongeBob shirt.
I'm Pirates of the Caribbean,
Oh.
man.
Oh,
So
'cause
wait,
it's a
who is right?
Caribbean shirt.
Well, I mean, you said Pirates on Holiday, and you said gay pirates.
Well,
so-
actually, I said SpongeBob pirate, but I mean...
that's close, I guess, but it's no cigar.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know I could do that.
Oh, you are a pirate of the Caribbean.
Okay.
All right, I'm not doing that again.
We're not doing fishbowl today because this would just be a waste of life. But we are talking about some scary encounters, and we're also going to talk about some serious issues. Can you imagine me coming to a TED talk like abortion theories?
Jesus.
It's just like, whoa, oh, not from whiteface over there.
No, sir. No, sir.
Which side are you coming from?
The white one.
The white one. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I could probably still take you seriously if you if you came in and started giving us like a real talk like that. I don't know if I could take you seriously if you're doing that eyebrow thing though.
Yeah,
Well, I'll
nah.
just be like, have you seen, the guy next to you?
In all honesty,
That
my goggles are so fucked up I couldn't.
You look like
I have
you
no
could-
idea what he's saying.
He said his goggles.
Take
That's-
that off,
that's-
man.
That's
That's
racist.
offensive.
That's
That's so
offensive. That's
offensive.
offensive.
Was
We
it?
just fuck-
You honestly look like you could smoke up anything, and it would you'd get like the high of your life.
Man,
I'm
he's been
so
smoking
high
something.
right now.
Right there we go. I can't even see your eyes.
I can barely see yours.
Oh wow! And that's
You reminded me.
that's
Smoking
the
something.
wow.
I wanna take the just the mask off.
Yeah, all right.
I
Yeah, you
think
should
the
do just the
goggles
mask.
off. Let's start with the headphones.
Although the mask is also an
So
improvement. for you.
Carlos, tell me your favorite scary story.
My favorite scary story, man. I have a few actually.
it's the fact that the goggles left a mark
Oh
on it.
yeah, it looks like he's got a scar. It almost looks like a snail has crawled in his face.
It
And
looks like a snail took a journey on your face.
Yeah.
Snail trail, baby,
Yeah.
on my face.
In
Yeah.
a different way.
Ooh, tongue.
Okay,
Alright.
your favorite scary story? You have one? Do you have a real have you had an encounter?
Yeah, I have.
No way.
In all reality, yeah, I have.
Bullshit.
And I'm someone that doesn't believe in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Carlos is one of the biggest skeptics out there.
And I, it's weird because I always when I realized that I did have one, I was like, oh shit, maybe I did, and it was when I was little. The first time I saw something, and it took me about 10 years to realize, 15 years to realize. I grew up on a farm up north, right?
Cool.
Spooky as it was.
That's quite spooky.
It was one of the first colonized towns of New Zealand. So there was a lot of wars and a lot of
I know a little bit about that.
yeah, a little bit of things going on up there, and we lived on a farm house, as you do, but it was very isolated. Now, I remember I was probably about 4 or 5, and I was in my parents' room, and I think it was like a Sunday morning, and I was just laying down on their bed, and opposite the bed there was this big round slider with doors. And it opened up to the pool area, and we weren't really allowed to go out there because we were little kids, and pools and little kids don't go.
You could drown.
Yeah, exactly.
Carlos can't swim.
I couldn't at that age.
I can't at this age.
You can't.
Nope.
Why?
Oh, that's a story for another day.
Okay. Well, today's another day. So,
Wow.
He only swims in the pussy.
Um.
I'm the jokester. Come on.
That's from Boston.
That's my catchphrase. I'm a jokester. Come on.
I'm
making
walking
jokes.
here.
I'm joking here.
I think it's a bit of a
So,
crossover.
Can you
there.
imagine you heckling the crowd? Shit for not. You tell a joke and you're like, come on, laugh. I'm joking here.
Please.
Please. I'm busting balls.
give me a break.
That was so aggressive. Give me a break.
I need it. Get a Kit Kats, man. Come on.
Back
like
to my
a joke.
story.
Sorry, can't carry on with your story.
Back to my
Go.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I was lying on my bed, on my parents' bed.
Okay.
And I was sort of looking up at the ceiling, right?
You went from your bed to your parents' bed. That's a
on
horror
my
story.
bed.
Yeah, I was
parents'
on a
bed.
bed.
I opened my
alright?
eyes and I was like, "Fuck, I'm on
in
my parents' bed."
I was on a
They're
bed.
in it too.
Right? Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
And he's horny.
Gone.
And anyways, I'm not looking out at the pool. I'm sort of looking above the door. So I've got my eyes just fixed on that. And then I see, now I can still see it in my head. I see like a tall, lanky, hunched over guy walk past really quickly.
That's like some Slender Man shit.
Yeah.
right?
And I was, because my dad was in
Tall.
the, yeah, but my dad was in the room. So he had an office that was attached to the master bedroom. And I saw this guy walk past, and immediately I looked down, and I just sort of caught the tail end of him as he walked past. I told my dad. My dad's like, "It was your imagination." You know,
It wasn't your dad?
no, my dad was behind me, and all my siblings were.
Sorry.
I immediately knew it wasn't any of my family members.
Yeah.
So I told my dad. My dad's like,
was the figure like a dark shadow?
it kind of actually. That's what I thought of when I saw it. It was like
but
it was shadowy.
But it was bipedal, like it was a walking kind of.
I didn't see legs moving. It was like that. It was just sort of like it moved across.
Right.
And I definitely saw the shape of like the arch in the back. And
Like
anyways,
the Hunchback of Notre Dame
yeah,
type.
yeah, but slender and tall.
Slender Dame. Dame.
Slender Dame. Hunchback of Slender Dame.
Yeah, exactly,
Hunch Dame of Slenderback.
exactly. Yeah,
nice.
hunchback of.
Damn. And
Outback.
so were you scared? Were you like, oh,
No, I
my-
wasn't scared. I was just like, I saw something. My dad's like, no, it
Yeah.
was your imagination. I was like, no, I definitely just saw something. I think I remember even going out and like peering out the window to see if I could see someone, but nothing. And it wasn't until years later my parents were like, yeah, we're pretty sure that place was haunted. And one of the things that they thought that made them realize it was haunted is the first night we had moved in, they had just finished unpacking everything. And
Someone repacked their clothes.
everything was, they got up in the morning and everything was packed up and there was an eviction notice on the door. That was the scary part. No, they had just finished unpacking everything,
Yeah.
put everything on shelves and all that.
Yeah.
And they said that they were just settling in for the night. And keep in mind, we're on a farm, nothing around. There's no other houses around. The road, the main road is down the driveway, way down the driveway. And they just said they heard what sounded like something tipping over and then glass shattering. And it sounded like it was down the end of the hall. And they said, both of them heard it. And they said, it should have woken all of us up. So they got up, went out, and they searched the entire house and they found nothing. In the morning, they got up, they searched the property around the house and there was nothing. And they never found out what that was. And they were like, okay, that was really weird. And then my mother said that one night she was going to sleep and she felt someone like caress the back of her head
Oh,
while
fuck
my
that.
dad was on a business trip in Auckland. And she turned around and there was no one there. And
Oh, okay.
she's like,
I mean, that's the story she's going with. Huh?
yeah, I mean, that's what she told us.
That's
right?
why I'm sorry. That's why
I swear it was
But
the
it was
ghost.
She's like, it was
something
like,
touched
it was
my
like
head.
she
It
was lying there. And she said it was like that.
That was rather sexual.
Yeah, it was a little bit sexual. It could have been something. I wasn't
Like
there.
the
Obviously.
movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, yeah,
Was he a horny ghost?
I think so.
yeah.
Okay.
I think he is.
They do that thing where they do the pottery together.
It's quite a sexy ghost
creating
movie.
the phallus.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the ghost got a bit horny
Yeah.
seeing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, oh, I remember that when I was alive.
Can't jack off when you're dead.
Can't jack off.
Oh, you can't. No, you
Otherwise,
can't.
you go to hell.
Exactly. It's a different kind of ectoplasm.
Oh my.
Nice.
Nice.
So yeah, that was so there was other things as well.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until they had told me all these things I was like,
I s-
damn.
I had
I think
one.
I saw one.
I had one where my cousins fully laughed at me, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't a ghost, but it's funny anyway.
All right, let us.
I just came from a party, and it was like 2-3 in the morning. I was in the back of friend's car, and I had seen from across.
Wait, you were in the back of Friends, like Ross, Rachel.
Yeah, I was in the
Chandler,
back of friend's car. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, thanks.
Just want to clarify that.
Those pirate jokes are just so I was looking, and I noticed a girl in a purple dress, and she was like, there was basically like a field like this, and she was walking down it, and like her hair was covered and stuff, and
Covered
so,
in her hair was covered
sorry, her face was covered
with her hair.
Her hair, yeah.
Okay.
and I think it was just her walking alone. So already I was like freaked out because we had come from a party. There's nothing over that hill. And I was like, where the fuck is she going? Or where is she coming from? And
You don't see girls walking alone much.
well, not in a random field, you know.
Yeah, not in the middle of
Right.
nowhere.
Right.
But yeah, a purple dress. I was like, maybe party, whatever. And then I could have sworn she picked her, like she lifted her face, and it was just black.
But you still saw like a body.
Oh yeah, the
Like the
body was
figure,
fine.
yeah,
She looked
yeah.
like white or Asian.
But she was like panty ad,
like I-
and there was nothing.
because I was like looking, and then I was like, there's no face. What the hell?
wow.
And
Did you
then
go
maybe
closer for a look?
Are you sure she was
no, we were in the car, and the car was pulling away, and I
Oh,
was like,
gotcha.
like I did that, and
Yeah.
then so I told my cousins, and I kid you not, they laughed at me for about 5 to 10 minutes straight, and they're like, "You dumbass!"
So what was there then? Nothing.
Nothing. It's just black. It could have been a shadow. It
It could have been a shadow.
could have very well. Been.
Oh yeah, that sounds like it could have been a shadow.
Yeah.
It could have been a shadow, and the angle I was looking
What
at.
time of the day was it?
Night?
Night.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it very well could have been a shadow. I'm not saying like
I mean that's that
I'm
sounds.
telling ghost stories.
He's telling ghost stories over here.
Come on.
Give him a
Ghost
break.
story.
Let him
Ectoplasm.
ectoplasm all up in his story, man.
So, you told your relatives.
Yeah.
And they were just like,
They laugh. Yeah,
Ah, you're joking.
and yeah, so I mean the only other one we have is Highway Sheila. You know that one? South
No,
Africa.
Highway
Yeah,
Sheila.
it's a South African one.
"This is Sheila."
Basically, there's a road in South Africa where a lot of cars just suddenly crash and or the cars stop, like their
Like they just stop working.
engines fail.
Wow.
My dad actually said this happened to him. So, but not in the same road.
Not on Highway Sheila.
He just said that he had felt something and the car had gotten cold when he was driving because he was
Oh,
driving by
wow.
himself. He was making a trip from Durban to Johannesburg, which was like X amount of hours, and like he had passed the strip at night and the car just went cold. He said everything like turned off and he couldn't get it to start in the middle of the night, middle of the road.
was the battery out?
My dad's pretty good with cars, so I think.
Okay.
Is this like a common road that people drive on? Because you say he was traveling from
Nah.
Durban to Johannesburg.
Well,
so is it
well,
like
they had like one long strip back then.
right?
Or like one road. It's not like not that it's not common, but like
It's common enough.
yeah, not everyone drives on it.
All
so-
right.
And I'm assuming at night it's kind of different.
Okay.
I feel like someone's after me.
Why?
I got a feeling somebody's watching me. Don't have no privacy. Sorry.
That's all right. I joined
Yeah,
in
no,
there.
I forgot what he said, but like he had called and his cell phone had went out of service and all that shit, and he said he had felt this cold sensation running through him, and then he just kept, and eventually it started, and he was like,
Fucking who?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, like, I'm gonna be a rationalist here.
it was a cold day.
He's driving at night.
Yeah,
Engine fails.
yeah,
Heater turns off.
yeah,
He gets cold.
yeah. Phone?
What do you mean? The phone's not working?
Yeah,
He's on a highway between Durban, Johannesburg. There's not a lot of reception.
maybe.
Wait. Phone no reception or turned off?
No reception.
No reception. Okay.
So I mean, maybe. But then again, if this is a highway ghost hell or whatever,
Well, this
Highway
is not
Sheila.
so. Highway Sheila was sort
is
of
it called
like-
Sheila as in like a woman, or is it called Sheila as in like they named it? They were just like it's called Highway Sheila.
No, the woman. Apparently, a woman had died there by.
Oh, so she's haunting the
yeah,
highway.
by death of car. She had tried to cross the road and some car had run her over.
On a highway.
Oof,
Yeah, I don't know what she's.
Tried to cross a highway.
Dude, I don't know. What she's
that's not the
doing.
best way to go.
But apparently, she just haunts people and like the cars stop and then you see her like in this. You're like, whoa,
Right.
something like that, and she's
God
very
damn.
freaky and scary.
There are places like that in the world. There, like there are places where they say ghosts just hanging on one strip of the.
Well, and have you heard the one about the girl with the yellow coat? You heard that?
That sounds.
I haven't heard that
familiar.
joke. No.
It's have you ever knock knock?
Have you heard the one about the girl in the yellow coat?
Yeah, have you ever knock knock?
Who's there?
Girl in the yellow coat.
The girl in the yellow coat. Who?
Don't know because she's dead. Wow.
What about the boy in the yellow hazmat suit?
Yeah, no, he's gonna be on the highway at some point.
I'm on the highway to hell.
But have you heard that one?
I haven't. Lay it
So,
on me.
Well, you might know this one. This is
I
just
might.
a
It does sound
lore.
familiar.
Is that man goes? This is always on a highway. Highway, and there's this bitch.
A bitch. There's
she-
always going to be a bitch.
Well, no, okay. There's a hitchhiker, and she's like standing in the rain.
yeah.
She's just standing in the
She's
rain.
just
on the
standing in the
highway.
rain.
She's
Maybe she's singing in the
hitchhiking.
rain.
Yeah, but she's
Please.
you're a shit car.
She's raiding everyone's car.
You're
She's like,
shit, but I
"Fuck
need a ride,
you."
please.
That's
Fuck
a
you
Tesla.
guys.
Nice.
No, that's no. Let me in. Let me in.
So, yeah, cars are going past. Nobody's stopping. Nobody picks up hitchhikers, but it's rainy, like pouring. This man is like, "Oh man, this girl. She looked young. She needs help." He opens the door. Get in.
Ooh.
She gets in. She's freezing.
freezing.
Now, I forgot what she said her name is for purposes of story. Let's just call her Jenny.
Jenny sounds
Call her
pretty
Sheila.
Whatever, man. Her name's Jenny. Okay.
scary. Jenny sounds pretty scary.
Jenny from the block. All right.
And then so like this guy he puts the heater on, And you know, Jenny's cold, her hair's wet and stuff. He's like, "What are you doing here?" And she's just like, "Oh, I don't know, I got lost, whatever." You know, "Are you okay and stuff?" Yeah, I'm fine. Is there any way I can drop you off? Yeah. And she gives him an address.
Right.
And you know, she's shivering like despite the heater.
Yeah.
And he's got a coat in the back, like a yellow coat, a raincoat, or
Right.
whatever it is. And he's like, "Just put the coat on because it'll make you warm." And she's like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, yeah, of course.
Right.
And she puts it on and she feels warm. And they have like a nice little conversation. Nothing scary at all.
No. Okay. So it's going well.
It's going well.
They're
As
kicking,
a casual gal getting hitchhiked.
they're kicking it off.
She's getting hitchhiked.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, sure. And then so she gets to destination. She's like, "This is the place," and it's like a driveway. Like, you know, to the house. And so he drops her off, and then she gives him the coat, or like takes it off, and he's like, "You know what? Keep it. I'll get it from you tomorrow. It's super rainy.
Mhm.
I know where you are." She's like, "Okay, that's fine," and she leaves, and she, you know, he leaves before she comes in, like goes in the door. She just goes and knocks on the door, and he's like, all right, fuck that, I'm
Yeah,
leaving.
she's home.
So he comes back maybe a few days later or something. He's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot my coat."
A yellow coat, need that.
Yeah. So he goes to the house and he knocks on the door and he's expecting to see this young girl, and then he opens the door and it's like this older woman,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, you know, she's a bit shocked
Like,
and
what
like,
the fuck you want?
yeah, well, not that aggressive.
What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Just, you know, a strange
But
man
yeah,
come knock
yeah,
on your door.
she's like, "Sir,
unexpected.
can I help you?" And he's like, yeah, I don't know if I have the right address, but I dropped a youngish girl here off a few days ago, and she has my yellow coat." And the lady starts crying,
Right.
and
How dare you?
no, she starts crying, and then she says, "My daughter died like X amount of years ago."
Bro, what is so funny, bro?
So someone comes to the door. He's like, I dropped someone off, and she's like, my daughter died.
No, but the kicker was she gives him the coat.
Oh, see now that's fucked, bro. Wait, where did she find the coat? She knew what it was.
No, because it was in her room.
Wait, so the coat had always been in her room.
No,
It appeared in the room.
No, it's this iteration was a ghost, and she went home and left the coat there. The coat's a real life thing.
Okay, no, so the lady, she cried, and then she went into a room and found
a
the coat.
coat.
And the mother was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, that's fucked up.
But it's a cool story, right?
It's pretty interesting.
That's fucked up.
It's.
Do you
I
believe-
mean,
do you believe
I
in
laughed
that?
at the bit when she started crying because obviously I was like, that's a
Because
bit
you're a
ran-
fucking
bit
dickhead.
random that someone just starts crying. You know, Jehovah's Witnesses not comes to, hey, you want to hear about Jesus? And the woman was like, my daughter died.
It's yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I found that funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it was scary, but also funny.
Just because she.
It's like a Jordan Peele film.
Yeah. It's like a Jordan Peterson film. You're standing there, and you're a girl.
First of all, your life, it's a mess, and then you realize you need to sort it out.
You need a man's help with that.
If you can't get home at night, you get a man to pick you up. Fuck you guys. I tried. Come on!
He's Canadian, not Irish.
When have I ever been able to do a good Canadian accent?
That wasn't even
Did
close.
you say Indian?
Canadian.
Oh,
I just kind of
Indian
mumbled.
accent. I was like, wow, you really.
That's a hell of a. Do it again.
Oh, yeah. Someone say something first, and I'll riff off it.
My name is. No, I can't even. No, he's fucked me up.
You're a guy.
He's like Kermit the
And then
Frog.
you're
He
a-
speaks like Kermit the Frog.
You're you're a girl.
You're classic. You're
13th rule for life is talk shit, get hit, bitch.
And that's why she died.
he sounds like Jimmy Stewart.
You can't do
I'm
accent.
gonna, every time I go to Canada, I'm gonna get
He
criticized.
fucking sounds like James Stewart, bro. That was
This
uncanny.
It was good though for James Stewart.
Yeah.
Then I
guess
cracked
it's a
it.
wonderful
it.
life and shit,
Yeah,
man.
you nailed it, man.
God damn.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
He is going for a completely different human and stuff.
It doesn't matter. He's just like, I'm just gonna
Hey,
find someone's accent I can do.
Aim
And,
high, shoot high.
Aim high, shoot higher, bro.
yeah.
So yeah, do you believe in that?
But that story in particular.
That story in particular. Let's start with that.
No, well, I think that's a lore thing, and I just think it's a cool story.
Okay.
Highway Sheila might have some realism to it.
Right.
I've seen South Africa's got some stuff.
Right.
The thing is, you guys believe you said you're a skeptic.
Yeah. I don't know, because obviously no one really knows. So I'm just like, well,
What about your story? Do you firmly believe what you saw? And
I don't know. That's the thing. I saw something, and then later on, like years
So
later,
you usually go for rational, like
I'll
you're
try
like,
to. Yeah,
well,
I'll try to explain it away, because if you start just believing, then you're gonna believe anything. Like, you know,
I believe in
you believe in Highway Sheila.
you believe in the supernatural
yeah,
or some sort of energy or
yeah.
I believe that.
I'm scared of it too.
I'm fucking terrified, bro.
Scared someone's gonna give me a wedgie and shit.
A ghost wedgie.
Wow, imagine that. You're just sleeping and then, whoosh.
I'd hate it.
Yeah, that Imagine waking up and trying to explain that to your wife. Did you give me a wedgie? She's like, I wasn't home. I was on a business trip in Auckland. And then you're like,
Someone
damn.
else has given her a wedgie.
Damn. And she's thinking that you're having someone over.
And then
And then it's all over from there. Your marriage is in a mess.
a
and
ghost fucked up my marriage.
Yeah,
Now that is
exactly.
scary.
Yeah.
Your
That's
kids hate
scary.
you. You end up, 20 years later, drinking your life away.
Yeah, living at the bottom
All
of the
because of
bottle.
that ghost wedgie.
Never get a ghost wedgie.
Man, you're
Don't- yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
morbid, bro. God damn.
Well, I don't know. I believe in that sort of thing, but I think it is. I don't know. I like that.
You're open-minded.
Yeah,
And you like you said, you're kind of entertained by
Yeah. I'm
a
like,
good
oh,
ghost
damn,
story
yeah.
is, nothing wrong with a little ghost story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if
Unless
I,
you're alone at night and then,
But if I had to go to a, haunted house, I'd die.
you'd die.
Poop my pants.
I don't know about dying, but I definitely poop my pants. Oh, you and I have talked about this.
I'll have
We're-
dysentery.
We're fucking terrified of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we'll survive.
Alvin
Look,
and I
look.
had a story.
We've got a skeptic, so we'll survive.
We had a story.
Wait. Do you have a ghost story? Just before you get your ghost story together, do you have a ghost story by yourself?
It's not necessarily a ghost story, but I vaguely remember this one time I went on a holiday with my family. This is like ages because I
that's scary.
don't do holidays with my family anymore.
That's the scary part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scary part is that life moves on, and I don't go on family trips.
All right, that took a bit of a dark turn.
Anyway, yeah, it was very. I was very young. I can't remember exactly where we went. We went somewhere up north to this like holiday home and a beach and stuff. And we were out in the back, and there's this huge field out in the back, and it's like a 2-story house, and then there's like a bit of a barn in the back, and then there's like a huge field in between. And back then, I think I was
10.
just under 10, around like 8, 9, 10-ish. And so I'm very young, so obviously I don't indulge in liquor and recreational goods, so I know for sure I wasn't tripping or anything. And one night, we were out with family friends, so my mom has like work friends, and we hung out with their kids, and they came with us on this trip. And we were out in the back, and we were walking from the main house over to the barn, and across the field there's this big lamp. It's the suit, isn't it?
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
It's pretty funny. So there's this lamppost, right? And it's very far off into the distance, but it's also like in between these trees. And as I was walking over, I saw this like figure float up into the sky, into the light. But then as it reached the light, it disappeared. And at the time, I was joking with my friends. I was like, guys, I saw Jesus. He was fucking like floating up into the sky. But now that I think more about it, I'm not religious. I don't believe, I
don't think Jesus did that.
yeah, like I don't
sure
think
you-
Jesus ever floated up into
No.
the sky and then vanished into a
That's
light.
more an ET type. beat.
Yeah. And so like my friends,
This man might have tried to spot a ghost and spot extraterrestrials.
yeah, honestly, because like my friends didn't really believe me. They were just like, nah, you're fucking.
Are you
tripping."
sure someone
'Cause-
wasn't smoking down there and they just like let out a big puff and were just like,
No, it was like a figure, and like I kid you not, it was like this. But obviously not as expanded because it's at a distance. So it was a smaller figure, but it was like arms open and it floated up. And my friends were like, nah, bro, you're just staring at the light. and they assumed like maybe if I stared at the light too long, you know when you
You
stare at the
saw
light too
people
long.
flying into the light.
No. But you know when you stare in the light too long, and then you see that little light
Yeah.
in your eyes wherever
Sort of
wherever it
stains your
follows.
eyes, yeah.
Yeah. And they were saying that's probably what you were seeing, and I'm like, dude, I was walking right behind you, and I saw something float up, and then into the light, and then it was gone as I was staring into the light. But no one else saw it, so no one could have ever believed me.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know what it was. It could have been a ghost. Could have been an alien.
Could have been anything.
I could have been.
The one we have is over here. Oh
my God.
I don't know if it's a ghost story. It's just
I mean, there's a lot of supernatural things that have happened in our lives together. Like, I mean, one just happened recently after shooting.
I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know if it's supernatural. It's just like
You
kinda-
you tell them that story. and
It's
I'll-
kind of odd. We were filming an episode, and then after you film an episode, you take the SD card out, and then you put it in
Right.
the USB and stuff. So we were looking for this little black card. Now Alvin put it on the laptop, and he swears by it.
vividly. So we have two camera setups. One is Leo's and one is mine. And after we shoot, I have to pack my camera, take it home, so I do my own filming. I take out the SD card, and in the table in front of me is Leo's laptop, and I'm like, okay, sweet, just put it right there, bang, on the table. Then we start packing everything up. Now, as we're leaving, we look back. It's not there anymore.
And so Elvin starts saying like, did you see it? And he knows that I didn't see it because I didn't react to it. He's the only one who's seen it. Carlos is like, I have to leave. I don't care about you guys.
I didn't really care.
Yeah.
But I do remember I had gotten home 20 minutes later,
Yeah,
and I got a call from Alvin,
yeah,
and he was like, "Yo, can you check your pockets?"
yeah. No,
I can't find it.
I was there. Yeah,
I've had myself down, check my
because
pockets.
we had at this point looked in the couch,
Everywhere.
looked everywhere in my room. My room has a lot of crevices and cracks. Sure, we've looked everywhere. We were looking under the couch, in the couch, on the bed, under the bed.
I even left the room, retraced our steps
In
up
the
to
chair,
driveway.
we looked, double checked each camera, everything. We got to a point where we said we're not leaving until we find this. This is my house, so it's
Yep.
even harder for me to leave.
Yeah.
And I was like wanting Elvin to leave.
Okay, then. I admit it was pretty fucking
No,
late.
no,
I mean, it was like almost 2 a.m.
nah.
But yeah, we were scavenging. Scavenging.
But so we then look, and I once again put my head under the couch, and then Alvin's somewhere looking on the chair behind, and then he goes, bro, and then I'm like, what? And then he points down in the middle of both of us.
Bang on the ground.
The thing is, there's no possible way either of us wouldn't have seen it.
Because we
We
were
might
both...
be blind, but we're not that
Dude,
blind.
both of our faces were on the floor. Like, we were literally vacuum cleaners
I-
fucking sweeping the floor.
After you told me that, I was like, yeah, I remember before I left, you guys were looking for it. I had a little look as well, and I looked down on the floor, and I didn't see anything.
Nothing.
That would be very easy
You had
to
three
spot.
pairs of eyes
Yeah.
looking on the floor and then looking everywhere else, and
Yeah.
we didn't see it.
Yeah.
Unless on every time
We hit a
everyone,
blind spot.
Yeah, no, you were standing on it. If every time you had just been standing on that particular spot,
Nah, there's
and
no way.
I mean, your room's not very big, but you would have been moving around looking for it.
The thing is that the room is cluttered, but by the time you had left, we moved everything out of the room. We were like lifting up the cushions of the couches and everything. So there's at this point, the floor is as clean as I've ever seen it since coming here. And,
I'm clean in here.
and there's nothing. There's nothing on the ground.
Yeah.
And yeah, just
There it was.
I left out to go check the driveway to retrace our steps because we walked Carlos up to his car. So I retraced my steps, and as I came back in, the funniest thing for me
It's just a suit, bro.
I didn't make the suit, man. Yeah, the funny thing for me was as I walked in, this dude's like half of his body is inside the couch, like his head's dug into the couch, and I just see his
I
back.
treated the couch like I would my girlfriend.
He dove right in, bro. I kid you
Wow.
not. I should have been that friend and took a photo before I went and looked for the card. But as I was staring at him, a little bit hopeless at this point, I slightly looked to my left and I looked to the ground because I'm feeling depressed. And I looked down to the ground. See, I'm depressed because it came from my camera. So, it hurt
the
me the
depression.
most, obviously. Because at this point, I'm starting to be skeptical whether you guys believe that I put the SD card on the laptop or
I
not.
was beginning to doubt you.
Yeah.
Hey, I was
I was,
still
thinking-
firm about
I was
that.
like, he didn't bring it.
I didn't bring it. We just shot a whole fucking episode.
Nah, I knew you brought it. I was like, it's got to turn up. I just didn't
Yeah,
know.
exactly. And so as I'm looking down all sad, it just appeared like right there, like you said, in between us. You in the couch, me standing behind you, and
Yeah.
then in between our feet was the SD card.
So what you're saying is that Casper, the friendly ghost, was like,
Yeah, man, you guys got to continue Bad Vice. I love that episode.
I don't know.
I'm just
Casper
testing
speaks like
how
that.
dedicated you guys are.
Every obstacle has, you know, you got to get through obstacles in life, bro. Come on.
You got through it. We're waiting for more episodes now in the afterworld.
I had one more experience. I just remembered on a movie. I filmed in 2012. I filmed my first ever short film, Lucid Dreams.
Yes,
Ah.
that was a good one.
We were all a
Lucid-
part of
lucid.
that in some way.
Nope,
Yeah.
you were part of Sly Nights.
Yeah.
Well, I was a part of Slide Nights.
Yeah, I wasn't part
I
of
Wait,
it.
which one was Lucid Dreams?
One before that. I wish you were part of Lucid Dreams.
Now, what's the synopsis?
Okay, so a dude is a writer, and every night he goes like unconscious. He has like these seizures or whatever, and as he goes unconscious, his like he finds himself waking up by this other dude who's always like up to no good and like eventually kills someone.
Already, I know I wasn't a part of this.
And he helps him. He's like, you gotta hide the body with me, and he's already always there. And I'm gonna spoil my own film. The twist is that he is the guy. It's like a Tyler Durden in
Yeah, you
Fight
seen
Club.
Fight Club?
yeah, I've seen Fight Club.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just spoiled that one too. My bad. But you've seen it. So.
yeah.
But yeah, no.
Spoiled
So
it for anyone who
So he
hasn't,
like realized, oh, it's him because only when he passes out, the other guy's there, and nobody else
Right,
interacts
right.
with the other dude. That was pretty good. I was like 16. I wrote that. Anyway, the starting scene is me burying my friend.
No, I've seen it though. I've
Oh,
seen
yeah,
the
yeah,
shot.
yeah.
Yeah. I've seen the shots.
So
of
we
you
just
burying-
went to
yeah,
a
yeah.
random field and buried. Like everyone was watching. I was like, "How you kids are just digging up dirt."
Digging up dirt.
It's another day. And
So I edited the film as well, and I could swear to you, when I heard that audio back, there was this deep voice that said something like "die" or some shit like that.
no fucking way.
100%.
Like coming from the audio file.
And I kept it in the movie because I was like, "This is baller." Now I don't know if I don't think any of my because I showed it to all of my friends, and I was like, "Come on, which one of y'all?" And they were like, "No." So I don't think any one of them did it. One of them could and might have,
Possible, and just
And-
like, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna tell
might have.
anyone.
but I think at the start of the film, if we ever get to watch it, if Bad Vice hits like 1 million subscribers,
come on. Come on.
I'll play it. And at the start, yeah, it has that very
Die.
short audio
Wow.
of a deep
I
voice.
don't think I've ever like realized.
I got cold when I edited. I would remember
Oh, bro, yeah, fuck yeah. That's
because like that's how I knew it was something. Because you remember those moments, and I was editing in my old house, and I was looking out the window.
wait, the
Stud-
haunted house.
No, stud.
Oh,
the
okay,
film.
okay.
And it just went poof, and like that audio, and I played it back again and again. And I was like, "What is that?" And then I just took
could
it
it
to
be?
everyone, and they were like freaked out as well.
That's creepy as
And
fuck.
it turns
man.
out it's a guy saying "day."
Day, good day.
yeah, he's just trying to say hello to you while you guys are filming.
Good
You
day.
guys are digging my grave spot.
That's
Good
my
day.
spot.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
and-
dead
and,
here.
I guess the other one, like you said, brought up is in my previous house. My dad.
Oh my god.
My dad did the greatest.
Oh yeah,
He did the greatest rug
Reveal.
pull of all time.
yeah, it's a reveal.
Now my dad is a hoarder, textbook. So as I had come back from California, he said, "We're gonna need to move," and I was like, "It sounds like you're gonna need to move." And then he was like, "Well, you still technically live here, so we're gonna move." And I was like, "Fuck." So we moved literally 72 hours. Like I think I ate once in that time, and it was the most grueling thing I've done.
Right.
And at the 72nd hour, after packing the last bit of things, my dad and I also had a falling. Like he was angry at me as well because I didn't respond because he said, for no reason, someone died here. I was like, what? He's like, yeah. Apparently, 3 people hung themselves.
Wow.
And then I went silent. And he's like, what? You got a problem? I'm like,
You don't like haunted houses?
he really did.
We're
And-
moving into another one. So.
But I was so freaked out. I was like, oh my God, I've always felt weird in that house. And now you tell me. I would have never lived there. What
The countless nights we've spent at that house.
I was jacking off there.
You telling me 3 ghosts are watching me jack off?
Come on.
Come on, man.
I remember because I would go over to that house and would hang out, but I was always there during the day, pretty much. It was a couple times where I was there at night,
Once or twice we
Yeah,
took some
but it had a
pictures.
weird vibe to it. And I mean, I was just like, it just feels like a weird old house. But now that you've revealed that, there, I'm like,
You've felt it too, right?
yeah, oh
I've
yeah,
always, every time
Yeah.
I was at night there, every time I was alone, I'd hear these like,
Creaks and shit.
Creaks.
You've
Yeah.
told me that when I was there too, and I felt you've told I've told fuck man. You remember when I showed you that video of me eating?
Yeah.
That night specifically, we were working on a song, and I was eating my rice, and I recorded myself sending it to my partner at the time. I was like, yeah, eating some rice, and I could have
what a
sworn
story. Eating some rice. Okay.
it was the greatest rice ever. I have the Snapchat saved, but anyway,
He does.
I showed it to him the other day, and I could have sworn that night I felt like something was watching us, like
Us.
yeah. Well, we were both there, so I mean,
Maybe
like,
it was just watching you.
watching me eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ghost was
Hungry.
hungry. Yeah.
I was hungry for the beats, man.
You were, you
Ghost
were.
was like, I don't know what this kind of music is, but like that food.
I haven't
maybe
had
it was
rice
just like
since the
I remember when I
1940s.
used to eat those. Those particular noodles as well.
I just
It was
remember
rice, but okay.
Oh, noodles,
This guy
right? Sorry,
fucking
sorry, man.
changed the story up, but
Well, I just remember that house always being like, at
Haunted.
nighttime, I just didn't like that feeling.
Eh,
You know when you just feel comfortable at nighttime in a house? You're like,
I
"Yeah,
do.
dope,
Yeah,
man."
yeah, I do
It's
like
cool.
that.
feels like home.
Yeah. And then
And you never felt comfortable in there.
I don't think I ever did.
And do you still to this day believe that there was something?
I walk past it because it's not too far from here.
Yeah.
And I walk past it, and sometimes I walk at night, and I just wait. I'm like, I'm gonna see something.
Like some sort of like
I
face
just want to
or
see.
like
I want
figure,
to see something.
Yeah,
just to confirm your suspicions, right?
Yeah, because if I see something, I'll be like, ah,
there you are.
all right.
Found you.
Yeah.
all right, never walk in here again.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Wow. And we filmed just down the road too with one of your music videos. Remember that road? Yeah. Wow.
That street is a bit weird as well, though. That length, because it's so dark. It's like all the street lights are covered by trees. You can't really see a whole lot that's going on.
If you ever walk at nighttime, like which I guess I've resorted to doing, you yeah, like you can really see some of the houses, and you're like, wow, that would be scary. And I thought I heard screaming yesterday. It was just people singing so badly. So it wasn't. It was a false alarm.
All right.
Yeah. So that
I mean, that's still pretty scary.
it's actually more scary.
Thinking that these people are going to take their vocals out into the world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
that's a
bad.
scary thought.
That's fucking scary.
yeah.
Man.
I mean, I have another ghost story.
Go on.
Go on, man. Hit us with
So
it.
this one happened not long ago. This was 2017, maybe.
Oh, nice.
And I was in one of my old houses that I was living in, right? Now I had my room was sort of like the Harry Potter room, right? So even though it was also one of the biggest rooms.
You mean like under the staircase or?
Yeah, so it was so there was a story on top which was also technically the first story because that's where the front door was. And then mine was sort of because it was built on a hill, and so my room was sort of on the lower half where the garage was. And on the other side of the door there was the stairs that went up to the main area, and I was the only one that was down there. And anyways, I was in my room, I was on my computer doing stuff, and the door was open ajar. And in my room, for some reason, they built like a fogged window which faced the stairs, so I can see people coming in and out.
Weird.
I know it's a bit of a weird architectural design, but they did it. So, anyways, I'm sitting there. It's probably like 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Doors open ajar, and as I'm on my computer typing, I see something like poke out for like a second. Like it was like a dark thing. It was just like in and out like that. And I had a look, and I was like, probably my imagination. Go back to typing, and then I see this thing creeping out from behind the door very slowly down like towards the bottom of it. And I could see it, right? And I saw it. That's the thing. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I could see it like almost like it was hesitating to come out. And what it looked like, it looked fluffy. It looked hairy.
Did you have any pets back then?
I had no pets.
Oh,
It looked hairy, and it was dark, and it was almost like it was like wanting to get my attention, but wanted to like shoot back at the same time, which it did. Because as soon as I looked at it, and I had a split second where I saw it, eyes were on it, and it went back behind the door. And I was like, "What do you want?" Thinking it was one of my siblings.
Because it was hairy.
Yeah, I thought it was one of them fucking with me, right?
One of your siblings is hairy as fuck.
I actually thought it was like, you know, those fluffy socks you can buy. I thought it was someone like sticking their foot out or something like that. I don't know. It was just I was trying to rationalize
Alright,
it.
yeah.
I was trying to rationalize. I was like, it was someone fucking with me, right? And I was like, what do you want? No answer. So I lean over, grab the door handle, and I pull the door back, and there's nothing there. So I'm like, okay, well they're obviously hiding in that corner that goes up the stairs. So I stand up and I walk into the garage and flick the light on. The garage is empty. There's no one there. No one would have been hiding there because it was an empty garage. And I scanned my eyes across the place, looked up the stairs, and I scanned back to the garage. I'm like, all right, was it a rat? And I'm trying to think. I saw it up here, and then it was down there, and I didn't hear anything. It didn't sound like there was anything, you know, scratching or clawing up the door.
Yeah, you'll know if you have a rat.
Exactly.
You can hear.
And I
rats
had
when
no,
they
I wasn't
work,
listening to anything, so the door was right beside me, so I would have heard it. So I'm now trying to rationalize, what was this? Did someone just come down here and start fucking with me? So I go upstairs, and I think it was only my dad and my brother were home. My dad was in his office. My brother was playing.
Whoa.
Was playing online, right?
Whoa! My brother was
He was just juggling balls.
He was playing.
juggling balls over here.
Come on, man.
He was playing Halo. That's what he was doing.
Oh, he was playing with something.
Yeah, he was playing something.
Okay.
Multiplayer.
And so I asked him, I was like, did you just see someone go downstairs? He's like, no. So I go back downstairs, and I'm trying to figure out what the fuck this thing was, because I saw it, and it, nothing.
Damn.
Never found
Hedgehog.
it was. Hedgehog, maybe.
I don't think they're that fast though.
Floating hedgehog.
Yeah, exactly. You said it was above at first.
Shy hedgehog that floats. Possible. Not probable.
yeah. Nice.
Nice.
Damn.
But yeah,
That's
That's
freaky.
my
What do you
other one.
What do you think it was,
give us your expert analysis opinion.
Mr. Jokester?
Okay, well, if I had to give you my expert opinion, I think
Based on his description.
I think it's probably a little person who was hairy and like a porn star. Little,
like a goblin or a
little
Like a
goblin
leprechaun.
porn star.
Leprechaun. Oh yeah, goblin porn star.
And,
Okay.
leprechaun goblin hit.
He
porn
didn't
star.
stick out his hand; it was a penis.
Right.
And then-
Fluffy penis.
Like- Penis.
Then he brought it back in, and he's
He's
like,
like,
"Sorry, wrong household." This
And
is,
he ran away.
Yeah, this is Carlos' household. This is not Car Jim.
This is
Car
not-
hose.
This is not Carol's.
Yeah, not Carol. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I've been
so-
mistaken for Carol's.
Yeah.
People have emailed me saying, "Hi, Carol's."
You look like a Carol.
I probably
look
do.
like Carol.
I've
With
been
your
called
hair.
carrots before.
You take your hair out, you look like a Carol for sure.
You think so?
No.
No,
No, I was gonna say, how many Carols do you see with, you know, a little bit of this going on?
not enough.
No,
You look
no.
like a sad pirate.
Do I? I mean, maybe I am sad. Maybe I was on holiday and like, you know, I
You're
saw,
sad that the holiday's over, right?
or I saw like a floating person go up into the
Son
sky.
of
I
a
lost my SD card. I'm fucking pissed off. You know. You
Son
know.
of a bitch.
I mean, yeah, maybe I do look like a sad pirate. Maybe I should call myself Sadie. Sadie the baddie.
All right, moving on from that. I'll give you a story that's something Leo and I experienced. You can rationalize for us. I mean, there's obviously probably something we can rationalize from it, but I
Yeah.
mean, you can help us.
I
with
don't
that.
know this one.
No, you know this one. So we were at Kmart.
Oh, okay. All right.
so
Yeah, this is a crazy one.
This is pretty crazy.
This is a crazy
Okay.
one. I'll give you that, man.
So the bro wanted to shoot a video, and
Yes, sir.
he
That came
needed
No, that
a
came out.
Oh, okay.
I needed a baby.
he needed a baby.
Gotcha.
Right. So we needed to buy ourselves.
I just
a baby.
gotta hold on to my
baby. Sneak peek.
Yeah.
Now, so so we needed to get a baby. So we went into the toy section of Kmart. And there was like a whole aisle of all the little baby toys. There's, you know, the crawling babies, the dancing babies.
There was
the-
actually a
the-
Down syndrome.
There was a Down syndrome baby. There was a black baby,
and that one had not. Nobody had bought that at all.
That's sad.
Yeah.
very sad.
That's sad.
There was a excess amount of those ones, unfortunately. But I digress. So we walk in, and we were trying to find the perfect baby, right? And we found this one baby. And if you press a button, it starts, you know, making some noises or whatever. the fuck. Yeah, some bullshit like that.
Right.
We pressed it. Okay, cool. Interesting. Now, out of nowhere, now, bear in mind that we're in an aisle now, right? So there's baby toys behind us and baby toys in front of us. Now, behind us, one of the baby toys starts, you know, reacting. It starts doing its own little fucking noise thing. Goo goo gaga, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, okay, that's kind of fucking weird. We look away. We go back to the baby we were looking at. Now, in front of us, another baby starts going off.
Right.
Okay, now, one was a coincidence. Two, yeah, it could still be a coincidence. And by this point, fucking all of them start going off. Maybe not all of them, but a good 70%, a good solid
A
amount.
lot
of
of them started making noises.
them started moving, started making noises.
And so we're the only two people in the aisle. And so, like, I remarked to Alvin, I was like, this is kind of freaky. And then it kept happening, and I was like, oh, okay, this is really freaky now.
Really freaky.
Because it, like, before we had walked into the aisle, there was someone else there. And because something went off, I was like, did they touch it? And Alvin was like, no, I don't think so.
No. And then they left.
But as, you know, when they were in the aisle and stuff, it wasn't
Nothing.
riddled with, like, go, 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 go.
Like, I kid you, it was deafening. There was just
There was a lot. It was
lot
like at
of-
least, I would say at least 10 of
a
them
lot
went
of-
off.
At least.
Yeah.
And
But-
so the lady that was there wasn't there anymore. And then the several aisles over from us, both left and right, no one.
It was kind of freaky. I'll give
How
you.
did you set? So how did you have to set the baby up? Was it like
Just a button.
a button? Okay,
You
so
had
it
to
was,
press the button.
visually.
You have to press it though.
Okay.
They're not like they don't have sensors or anything. It's not, they don't react on sound or anything
Right.
like that.
That's pretty creepy. I mean, maybe I don't know. I've got nothing. I don't know how these baby toys work. So
I
I
was
can't.
hoping you could help me with that one, bro.
I completely forgot about this.
That's haunting me to this day.
I might
bro.
have actually had the video a little bit, but
Maybe there was like a slight earthquake.
Yeah,
and
Did we
there
take
was
a
like
video?
a little
I feel
tremor.
like we did. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe there was like a slight earthquake and like it was just a little tremor, and then all you know, they're all just
Wow.
But the exact moment when
Wow.
when the bro and I walked in, and
I mean, it could have been you, it could have been anyone else. It just happened to be you, right?
but I feel like we were talking about something freaky as well at the time.
About babies going off.
No, we were just, I don't know, saying some scary shit.
Okay, well then maybe I don't know. The fucking Kmart ghost was like, "Yo, time to scare Leo and Alvin."
Came on.
You know.
But yeah, that one time, yeah, that really spooked me out.
I
that
wish
day.
I had like a, you know, one where it was like ghosts tickle my nutsack or something, where I was like, you know, really where I could be like, it's some intrusive thing. Or I woke up and like he was like in my face. But like, do you know anyone who's had a story like that? Or do you know anyone
like
who's...
fiddle my diddle type.
Well, just something that's like,
Well-
not from afar. Because what we've been saying is like, you know, it could be. Does anybody,
Well,
do you know anyone who's had like...
Yeah, my old man.
Yeah?
My old man.
Well,
So actually, my old man and his my grandmother, my late grandmother. So in the 50s, after the war, my grandfather came back. You know, baby boomers, whatever. There was an area of Auckland that was being developed, and it was at the base of an area called Mount Wellington. You know that, right? Now, in ancient Māori societies, they would build their townships or their tribes on top of mountains, right? And when someone dies, they take the body and they put it away because it's considered to be unclean. So they'll go take the dead body, they put it at the base of the mountain or far away, right? I'm not too well versed, so I don't know exactly how they would do that. But anyways, they built their house, and apparently during the construction, they found out that there was a Maori grave on the property. Now, this is when properties in Auckland used to be massive and the houses were, you know, 2 or 3 bedrooms or whatever. And so they're like, okay, cool, we'll just leave that area and we won't do anything. So my grandmother had her story, and she said that one night she couldn't sleep and the street light was shining into the bedroom. Creepy. Whoa.
It's story time.
whoa.
When the eye patch comes on,
The
man.
ghost doesn't want this story to be told, all right? Okay, maybe I will put it on, all right? Sports mode, right? Anyways.
yar, yar.
So she was saying that she said that she was lying there and she opened her eyes and she said that she could have sworn she saw the shadow of a Maori chief walking by, because they had their hairs done up with a flower, or not a flower, a feather in their hair, and she said that she could have sworn she just saw the shadow of one walk past, and so she was like, well, you know, I don't know. The weird part is when my old man was like 3, he kept saying that a man was visiting his window every night.
Oh shit.
Now, he was 3. He hadn't gone to school, and this is a time before television, internet, so information and images were not very well published, and they weren't really out there. And if there was images, generally they were black and white pictures. And he said that the man would visit and stand outside the window regularly. And this creeped my grandmother out, obviously. So she's like, "Can you describe him?" And he'd said, "Well, he wears a red coat with golden buttons, and he has something in his hands." He described a British soldier that would have come through and occupied that area.
Wow.
Wow. And
Yeah.
he was 3.
Yeah. So
God.
Man, that's something.
And apparently he drew pictures of him. And so my grandma's like, "Yeah, that's some creepy stuff."
I have one cool one that I just remembered from you.
Yeah.
It's not like, I don't find this scary at all. I think it's like maybe one of the only comforting ones that I've had. I was in South Africa in 2017 visiting my family. My granddad passed away before I was born. I've never met him. But I always used to sleep with my grandma in her room because like I grew up with her and stuff. And one thing I love is dream catchers. Like, so I,
Oh yeah, the
yeah.
bling, bling.
Yeah, so I put, because apparently you have good dreams or whatever, and I always felt like I had a good sleep with the dream catcher. Now my grandma loves me and stuff, and she has not moved that dream catcher in however many years. So when I came to her room one day, we were talking, and I was talking about my grandpa, and I asked, questions about him, and like, you guys fell in love and this and that. And then she looks at me and she's like, "Oh, you must be watching." And I was like, "What?" And I look up at the dream catcher, and it's doing this. Not like
Or going with like haywire, like
doing this. And there's no draft in the room because the windows are closed. The door is closed. There's no way for that to happen.
Wow.
And it's going like this. Like, not like
Yeah.
that.
It's
And I didn't feel scared. I was just like, God, this is surreal. And she just looked at me and she's like, you must be watching or something. It was just like the most like,
well, your grandma's pretty chill about that. Could have been a ghost or anything, but
I guess so. But we were talking about the dream catcher and my granddad.
oh, and then in that moment,
Yeah.
Oh,
It
okay,
happened,
wow,
as
wow.
As we were talking, and like I went to the house, and I've got a picture. I only know him from pictures, and so I go and pray there and stuff. And I've always felt like I have a connection with him, or like
That's cool.
so. It was just really cool, and that was that one time when I was like,
Right.
that's
Yeah, I like to think that's
It's dope.
more than just like a coincidence. That's definitely
well. I've just never
something-
seen that goddamn thing move like that before.
yeah, that's crazy.
that's mad.
Like you've never seen it go like
Well, I
crazy
mean,
like
dream
that.
catchers don't.
yeah, they don't necessarily.
move.
Yeah, no.
Wait, so was it just hung, or was it up against the wall? Or,
No,
it couldn't have been
no.
up
It
against
was,
the wall.
it was hanging.
Yeah.
And like, granted, if I had walked in with some speed or something, maybe. Yeah. But like I said, it wasn't doing this. It wasn't like, where a draft could come in. It was like,
Wow.
and it wasn't stopping either.
No.
It did that for a while. I don't know if I walked out the room. I was like, blase. I don't know. Yeah, okay.
Bye, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a
maybe
cool-
just to signify that, it was there or something.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, on the topic of dreams, what do you guys think of like lucid dreaming, like sleep paralysis?
I wish I
Do you
could.
think there's some side of like supernatural thing going on
I'll
there?
tell you a story.
Because I have one too. But yeah, you go.
Oh, do you want to tell yours first? I can go first if you want.
I don't mind.
All
up to you.
I'll go first.
Go
all right.
ahead. The polite pirate.
I
bro.
did the polite bit, all right? Because I was saying
He's
you're
a pee-pee.
passive aggressive. So I'm like trying to be nice.
I didn't even say that today.
I know, I'm
Okay.
saying you're always saying that. I'm just saying that I'm trying to not be passive aggressive.
We can't go. We
Do you
can't.
hear how passive aggressive he's
We
getting?
can't go one episode without you two arguing like a married couple.
could happen.
It's in our nature, bro.
So I've always wanted to lucid dream, right? I've heard stories. I'm like, it sounds kind of mad. I want to try it.
Yeah.
I want my own little lucid dream story.
Yeah.
So I watched a couple of videos, and some of them warn you not to do it. Others are like, you can do it if you just lay still with your eyes open in a dark room, whatever. So I was like, cool, I'll do it. And
Cool. I'll fucking
yeah,
let's
why
go.
not? Let's see how it goes. So I think I finished work. I had dinner. Sun had gone down. Just lay in my bed. I left the blinds open because there was like a little bit of light pouring in from one of the other rooms in the house. So I was like, I'll just leave that up so at least I can have like a little bit of light. So I lay on my bed on it, looking up at the ceiling, and I just lay there with my eyes open, completely still, just breathing slowly. And I was just like sitting there with my eyes fixed to one spot, and it took a couple minutes. And initially, like the corner of the room that I was looking into, it got dark, and it was just like fuzzy dark, and it got darker and darker until everything was completely black. But then I started seeing bright colors, like squiggles in the corner of the room, just like flying all over the place. I'm just staring at them, like I can't tell if you know, this is obviously my imagination, and it's going wild. And I saw patterns. It was like I took LSD or something, because it was I just saw patterns and everything all over the place. I can't remember whether I saw, because it may have been like one of those Inception moments where they're like, you may imagine people standing at the end of your bed. I may have seen that. I can't remember whether I did or whether it was just something that I thought I was going to see. But I think I may have seen like a shadow of someone at the end of the bed.
Damn.
And I got a bit scared because it almost felt like it was out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at that moment, when I did get scared, I was like, okay,
Gotta wake up.
turn the lights on.
Yeah.
And
Oh, so you still had like
Conscious.
I had-
conscious though. You could
yeah.
still feel your body.
yeah, I could feel everything.
It's
But
not
it
a
was
full lucid.
It was like
Yeah,
it was
right,
like
right, right.
Can you tell the people in your pirate ship to just calm the hell down?
Yeah, man. Firing cannons and
cannons
shit
going
while we're
off
trying
right
to shoot
now.
an episode.
So yeah, it was like I could feel everything, but it's like I was almost like detached from my body, which is what they describe as like you're supposed to be, you know, your spirit or whatever ascends above your body. That's kind of how it felt.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Right, like an out of body experience. What you're saying?
Yeah,
yeah,
that's kind of how it felt.
Wow,
Bit of a weird thing. I haven't done it since.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
that's intense. And do you feel scared because of that? Like that's why you don't want to do it again, or?
I mean, I'm afraid that if I do it, like the people that had warned against it, like you might lose control.
Yeah.
And you might be stuck for hours. I'm like, I don't want to be stuck on my bed, awake
Yeah.
on my bed
Wow.
for hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
no, thank you.
Damn. Okay, well, here's my story. Mine's more to do with sleep paralysis, and that's why I brought it up, because I feel like there's some sort of like
Yeah, I've had that.
supernaturalness. Yeah. So it was back in my old house where my granddad had bought. So this first house I stayed in. So this is where we shot a lot of the videos at my house. And so I was in my room, and my room, the way it's set up, it's quite small, but I have a single bed, and it's right by the door. And at the time, I was sleeping my head towards the door, and I was right by the wall, and I had my eyes closed, and I had that moment where it felt like I was still awake. But after this experience was over, I realized that I was asleep that whole time. But I thought I was awake. It felt like I was awake. And it felt like maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There was like, I could feel the sun coming in. It was nice, and it wasn't like dark or anything. And I was sleeping, but in the back of my ear, I could hear footsteps, and they were coming closer and closer and closer to me. And it felt like it was walking on a hard floor, but that doesn't make sense because I have carpets, right? But it felt so surreal because, it really genuinely felt like I was awake, but I wasn't. And I wanted to open my eyes, wake up, and like see who was walking behind me, but I couldn't. Like I couldn't feel my body. Like I could feel my body, but I had no control of it. So the footsteps kept getting louder and louder and louder, and then it got right up to next to my ear. The next thing I heard was a sound of like a plastic bag or something like that, and it was like crumpling over my head. And then it got closer and closer, and then it reached my head, and it felt like someone was fucking kidnapping me, because it felt like someone was wrapping a bag
wow.
over my body.
Yeah.
And as the bag was like going over my body, that's when the sleep paralysis started to kick in. Like the paralysis was like initiating from my head, and it went down my body, and eventually I was fully consumed in this bag, almost like this hazmat suit. I was fully engulfed in this bag, and everything was muffled inside the bag, like as if you were in a bag, right? And
Yeah.
it was like... But at the same time, my body was numb. Like, it was like... At this point, I was scared. So I
Yeah.
literally tried to move, but it's like
Couldn't, right?
nothing.
Yeah,
Could not move
I've
at
had
all.
that too. Yeah.
And then after a while of me like shitting my pants in my sleep, like stuck in this thing, which it felt like maybe about a minute or two, I was out cold for like several hours. And when I opened my eyes, it wasn't bright anymore. It was like dark, right? And then I woke up in like cold sweat, like
Yeah,
chills,
yeah.
like freaked the fuck out. Like because I genuinely thought I was being kidnapped. And yeah, so that's why I was wondering, like, is it like kind of supernatural almost, or is that just my brain playing
I think
tricks on
that's
me?
more the brain, isn't it?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I've,
I mean,
I've
your
had
brain
sleep
is very-
paralysis.
Yeah.
Actually, recently, and this not to the,
It was
bag
so
thing,
vivid, man. It was
but-
crazy.
but just where my dad had called me and he was like, "Come get dinner," and I couldn't move.
Oh, so you heard all that? So you're like almost
Oh, I
conscious.
woke
like,
up, I couldn't move, man.
wow.
But it took me like a minute to like jolt out of, and then I was like shaking,
Yeah, yeah. I had the same. Like it was.
and then I was like,
Cold
oh,
and-
okay, I'm here. I'm in reality now.
Right.
Yeah. So
That is weird.
Yeah.
That is weird. Have you ever had it where you might be falling asleep or wake up and it sounds like someone's in your room, like they say something to you?
No, that I haven't experienced. The closest I've had was that walking, the footstep.
I had
thing.
that.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you hear?
It was 2020 at the beginning of the pandemic, and during that period, I had bought a ticket to Europe right before the pandemic really reached outside of China and Asia and everything. And so everyone's freaking out, and now I'm freaking out because I'm like, I've got a ticket to Europe in 2 months, and the world is going to shit. And the particular industry I work in, I deal with a lot of foreign property buyers, so they're always coming to my office and everything. So I'm freaking out that I'm going to get this virus, and I'm, everything everyone's talking about is that you're going to die from it.
Yeah.
And so I was really stressed out, and I wasn't able to sleep at night.
Yeah.
For about a month.
Wow.
I couldn't sleep.
Wow.
There was nights where I'd go to the gym, I'd go for a walk, I'll try and just
Exhaust
get all
yourself.
my energy,
Yeah,
just get it all out,
yeah.
and I'd go to bed and I just couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
And I was trying to do all these things, like I was watching videos on how I could do. Anyways, this one night I was just laying there and I can't sleep, and I'm just trying to like think about like falling asleep and everything. It sounds like a woman's in my room and she says something to me. I don't know what it was, but I heard her say something at the end of my bed, like some random thing, like it was something weird, like it's over there. And I woke up, and not that I had fallen asleep, but I was still awake, and I sat out. I was like, well, hold on, what the fuck was that? I turned the lights on. Obviously, no one's in my room, and it was just the creepiest thing I'd felt in a while. It just sounded like as if like you guys are right here, right now, as if someone was in my room, was like shouted something.
Wow.
It was so weird. And I sat there thinking about it, and I rationalized in my head. I was like, it was just my imagination. Nothing to worry about. There's no woman in my room. There's no crazy lady in my house. There's no ghosts here. I'm just imagining. But it was very, very real, and it was very, very scary.
Wow. For someone who's like a bit of a skeptic with
You
all this,
sure had a lot.
You've had a lot of
They've been
shit
trying to
happen
convince
you.
you.
Man. Yeah, man.
They've really been trying.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just like, it's all my imagination.
Fucking, you guys can try, but
Yeah, I guess coincidence sometimes. Is there such thing as coincidence?
Yeah.
I think
Oh.
that-
What, like,
I
and
th-
what-
to some certain degree, I think so. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but I definitely think like once you get beyond that point, there is something in play. I think I
Yeah.
like to believe there is
Yeah.
something in play. I don't know if I want to believe, but I feel like for sure. There's
All right,
something.
all right. Well, I'll tell you. I'll try and not use the name and all that, but this is actually crazy. I was you came with me. I was in Australia, and partner and I were like
Wait, recently
going. Yeah,
when we went. Oh shit. Okay, yeah. Carry
we were
on.
like going through it, and yeah, we were like on the rocks or whatever. It wasn't like I was just walking, and I asked God to show me a sign, and I was just walking like an idiot up and down as I do, trying to figure things out and things. I swear to God, like I swear to God, like her name showed up in the like on the ground, and I took a picture of it, and like I sent it to her, and she was like, "What the fuck?" Like she was like, "You did that," and I was like, "I couldn't have done it. Like I couldn't have made that happen."
Wow,
That's weird.
That is something, man.
That is weird.
See, now that can't be a coincidence,
You know what
right?
the kicker?
That's...
You know what the kicker is?
What?
It happened here too.
It happened here.
Oh, no, I remember you telling me when it happened here.
Yeah.
I don't remember the Osm. That's crazy, though.
And even like maybe not. Well, this is not as big a deal, but like think I had like a dream and I woke up and
Okay, full name, or is it just like the abbreviated?
no, 3 letters plus 3 letters, which is not an easy thing to like. This is not like a like 3 C's or something. You know?
ABC.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Wow, that is that's like both cool and creepy at the same time, man.
I didn't find it creepy, but like the fact
No, I
that
know.
I asked,
Yeah,
I was just like, wow, that really.
well, there's something in play, man.
I mean, I have something similar, I guess.
Oh, really?
I think I told you this one. It was weird.
Wow. Okay.
I was driving home from your house actually, late at night.
Yep.
And I was speeding a little bit, right? Doing a little bit of speeding.
A little speeding in that pirate ship of yours.
Yeah. I was, and because the road I was going down was actually quite a steep hill going down, and so obviously it picks up, the speed picks up, and I've gone up and down that street a fair few times. This has never happened to me, and it was weird. It was almost like as if God was telling me something, because it was so strange. It was almost like I was being told, slow down. And I was like, okay. So I began to slow down. As I came around the corner, there was a whole bunch of cops. A whole bunch of cops.
Oh wow!
And I didn't see the lights flashing because
You
I
had
obviously
some.
had to come around the corner. But as I came around, I was like, all right, that was that was a little bit strange.
Yeah,
that I
some-
kind of had that, that feeling.
You had some
it
lucky
wasn't like
divine
it wasn't like I
intervention,
knew that I should slow down because I was doing. It was almost like I was being told. It was, I don't know how to describe it. It was such a weird thing to be like, you got to slow down up ahead, and I did it. And yeah, there was like 3 or 4 cop cars just parked. Something had happened. I'm not too sure whether there was an accident or whether they were, arresting someone. But they were there, and had I come around the corner speeding, I obviously would have copped a ticket. So
Damn.
good thing I didn't. I was listening to music. I was having a good time, and I wasn't really thinking about it. And then it suddenly was just like, slow down, slow down.
And you liken this to someone's name being written in like sticks?
Well,
I think he was
You're-
relating it to the god.
Right,
but-
got you.
so you saw a name written in sticks, or was it like written in something else?
Sticks.
No, like the branches of things, but like
Right. Okay.
on a windy day, it's a tough ask, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I walked on that path randomly and all that stuff, and just found that after asking for something that just, I was like, oh, do I stay on this path? Do I not? And yeah.
You don't think that's confirmation bias?
Maybe a little bit, but I mean, like, I
Could
don't
be,
know.
could be.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like I said, it's a very hard thing to write that.
Yeah.
But
No, undoubtedly. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I can't 100% say that I guess what I chose to believe was what happened.
Let me ask you something, Carlos.
Yep.
What do you think needs to happen in a supernatural way that's gonna make you go from skeptic to believe? Like what is gonna make you cross the line?
Floating chairs, lights flicking on and off.
Oh, so you need some like movie type shit.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. My brother said he had a weird experience at his mate's house. Apparently someone drowned
Caught
in
on
the pool.
fire.
No,
Oh.
someone drowned in the pool.
Drowned in fire.
Couldn't be more
Drowned in
different.
fire, yeah. Apparently someone drowned in the pool at the house, right? Years before this person bought it. But the pool was filled in, and they built like a little outhouse or something like that. Not an outhouse, an outhouse is a toilet, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They built like a little like a
I know what
a
you're
man
talking-
cave
Yeah,
I
I know
know
what
what
you
you
mean.
mean.
Yeah, yeah.
in the area of where
Yeah.
the pool was. Anyway, so
Like a pool house.
yeah, but it was where the pool used to be.
Okay.
But yeah, the pool house.
A pool house.
Yeah, a pool house. But they had a little bar in there and everything. And anyways, they would go over there on a Friday night, get smashed. And one night they're over there drinking. Lights randomly flick off. They thought it was weird. He told the guy, my brother's friend, told his dad. His dad was like, "Oh, weird stuff happened. By the way, someone died in that area. There was a pool there."
Yeah.
Okay. And so they were next time or one of the times after they went there, they were still a little bit weirded out. But they said that four or five of them apparently were there, and they had a bottle of whiskey or something on the table, and they said that it was just like as if this can was here. No doors were open, no windows were open. They said it just did that. It just tipped over, just by itself, even though there was stuff inside of it. They were freaked out, obviously, and he came home and he told us. And he's like, "I saw the craziest thing."
Okay, so Alvin asked you, like, you know, skeptic believer. This is the most believe skeptic story I have from myself. And, like, you know, I've said that I don't often tell it, but I guess this is the second time I'm telling it on the podcast. You've heard it before.
Have I heard it?
I don't know, you haven't. And this is why, like, I want you to ask yourself what it is and stuff. And so in 2019, I got really sick, right? I'd been making music. I thought, okay, I'm going to become a musician.
Oh, I do know what you're talking about.
I released some songs, you know, they didn't, of course, go the way I wanted to. And I had gotten sick after getting some teeth removed and been in hospital. And it was just a very horrible experience that led me to recalibrate my whole life and just be like, well, I'm going to give up. And then I do talk to God. I'd be like, you know, if you want me to stick in this, give me a sign. I'm telling this with a white face and a green wig, I just realized. Now, my friend Christian, who's a Christian, came to me and said, let's go to Christian church, Pentecostal.
That never gets old.
Yeah.
Christian.
And I was downright depressed.
Right.
And so I was like, yo, man, I'm going to pray. I'm going to do something. I don't know. I asked God for a sign. I better go where the signs find, you know, usually turn up. So I go there, and I'm not a believer. In fact, I got turned off at the fact that one of the dudes was like, do you believe in heaven? And I was like, yeah, all right, maybe. And he's like, you know what heaven is? I'm like, clearly not, motherfucker. And then he was like, heaven is like a diamond encrusted as far as the eye can see. And then I was like, in my head, I was like, ugh, that sounds like hell. I don't want a man-made construct as my heaven.
Yeah.
Diamonds are not, they're nothing. I don't want that.
Right.
But anyway, he was trying to sell me on that, and I was like,
Yeah.
Sat in church, and then they started like preaching. And I found it funny because Christian started writing. He took notes as if I was just like, God damn, you don't know by now you're still reading that shit?
Right.
Still need to make notes, huh? Yeah, so I was just like that. I was, you know, being a bit of like that, sort of like reserved. They sung some songs. I was like, this is not Kanye West album, yay.
No.
This is not, you know.
You weren't digging it, really.
Jesus is King, sorry. Yeah, no. And then it got to the end where they were like atoning for sins. And they said, you know, if you watch porn, if you think about sex or whatever it is, and they're like, come up and we will heal you. And so I wanted to come up to not to get healed for any of that, but to be like, can you give me something? But of course, like everyone was going up, and I was like, I'm just gonna sit in my chair. And I was not in the front row; I was in the middle row. There was about 10 rows, somewhere 4 or 5. Christian had went to absolve himself. I don't know what he was doing, but he wasn't there.
He was just vanished.
Yeah, he vanished. He vanquished.
Yeah, his sins were vanished and vanquished after that.
I was just sitting there, just sitting. And yeah, I see all of these preachers, like people are coming to them and they're like, oh, thank you. I'm like, whatever. And I see this big dude, and he's like, you know, making his way through some people, and they're like, you saved me. And he's like, nah, get up. He's just moving people away. And he, like, his eyes are like half closed. And then I see him like edge forward, and he gets to the first row. And I'm like, okay, this dude's already closer than everyone else. I don't know what he's doing. Then he moves past the first row into the seats now. And I'm like, okay, kind of weird. Then he moves again into the seats. And I'm like, oh, he's getting close now.
He diving in.
And he moves to my row. And I'm sitting, and he's like, son, I have a message for you from God. And he holds my like my head or like something like that. He holds me.
A headlock.
He's like, son, I have a message from God.
TDT, son. Yeah. So he closes his eyes and he says, I don't know anything about this, but he says, you are super talented and you will go as far as you possibly can in life. You just need to have a little patience. And if you have a little patience, everything that you want, you will get. All of these amazing things that you are trying to do, you will do. And all I needed was that. And I started like crying because I didn't know how to. I didn't know this man. He didn't know me. He didn't know anything about me. And then he said, you might even open a church. And I was like, I don't know. But he said that to me. And then after that opened his eyes and introduced himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just flabbergasted at the point that there was maybe 500 people there, maybe more. And he picked me out when everyone else was going to people.
Right.
He did not pick a single other person out. And then he said, I don't know who you are. I'd love to have lunch with you to like find out more about you. We didn't end up going because of lockdown, all that stuff. But that happened in late August.
Right.
Now, after that, for like no reason at all, I just decided I'm going to try and build a computer. I have no knowledge of building computers. I just decided I'm going to fucking try. I read up on it. I got some parts. I was like building people's furniture to get money. I saved up, bought parts. By October, November, I built the thing. By December, I started, filming YouTube bits. January is when I officially started. And by March, it took off.
Right.
So
you're asking me what my take on that?
yeah. Tell me why
You believe?
tell me why I'm wrong.
Is that enough supernatural?
Tell me why this is.
I mean, it's possible that that if you were sitting still, this guy is one of the guys that goes and finds people who perhaps are a little reluctant to go up. And
I wasn't the only one.
You weren't the only one. Okay.
No.
Okay. But I mean, I can understand that may be one thing if he was like, I'm going to pick that kid out. I'm going to go and speak to him. For him to then go and be like, you're talented. You're, knowing that you're artistically inclined.
And that's the thing. I asked, for a sign that day.
Yeah.
Or maybe, maybe it was the day before or something. But it was in that period of time. It wasn't months. And then I was like, oh, yes. Correlate those two events. It happened in very quick succession because I was genuinely ready to give up on my career. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I believe in the supernatural. I think when I say supernatural,
You got him, bro. You got him.
I don't believe in
I'm supernatural over here.
in
He's
ghosts and
joking.
stuff like that. I think it's possible. Some people say the universe wants to speak to people.
You ever read Alchemist? Maktub.
Actually, I've heard of that, but I've
Maktub.
No, I have a copy. It's one of the books that I haven't read yet.
The universe conspires to achieve. The universe conspires with you to achieve what goals you set out.
Right. Right. What about Hitler?
He achieved some of the shit that he wanted to do, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
The universe was
I mean,
certainly
he took it-
conspiring, bro.
He took it pretty damn far, so I mean, I would say he succeeded in some aspects.
Fucking Succedo.
Oh, okay. I wasn't really okay.
Thanks for bringing that up, you.
Halloween, man. I mean, he's scary, isn't he?
It's a scary thought, I
It's a-
suppose. Yeah.
yeah.
But,
Yeah, life's scary when you think about that.
yeah.
But I would say,
Fuck
it is
Hitler.
possible that that happened. You go to a church, people want to they want to bring you up to the front, I guess, or to be like, hey, come along and listen to me for a bit or whatever. So I don't know. It's hard to say because I wasn't really there, but I don't want to be the guy that's like, nah, man,
Well,
that didn't happen.
Yeah, no. Yeah, whatever it was, I just remember telling my mom, and then, that X amount of months it happened. It could have maybe happened.
It's very, very strong coincidence that
Yeah.
you say that you ask for a sign,
Get one.
you get one, but then it's almost like it's specially manufactured for you. It's like you're a
because I'm a
talented
very
guy,
impatient human being.
You need to be patient,
Yeah.
and then 4 months later,
Yeah.
you start
Which
doing.
was a lifetime for me. And even when I started YouTube, I made like 5 videos. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm never gonna get. It didn't even take like that long, but like,
no,
for me, it was like forever.
yeah,
And then like the fact that I had no computer, I had no inclination or even need to build a computer, and then just decided I had gotten sick. I'm not doing music. Maybe if I
maybe it
bu-
was just that that little bit of reassurance you
maybe
needed.
maybe
That sort of kept you going.
I didn't necessarily put 2 and 2 together and be like, oh, if I build a computer, I'll definitely succeed.
Yeah, it was just
I just wanted to do it.
It's a string of actions that kind of just pop.
I actually
in your
filmed
head, like-
myself building the computer, thinking that would be the thing that would. I didn't even edit that video. So,
right.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that you had made a video about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that never came out.
Nope. But yeah, I mean, those are just some, like, I guess it's the stuff I believe in. Like you said, it's very possible that what I'm thinking is like confirmation bias. It's very possible I live in my own bubble, that I'm just seeing things being like, whoa, look at these twigs. But at the same time, if it actually helps me in my life and it actually gets the results that I intended,
Mm-hmm.
who am I to question it?
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, and if it makes you happy,
Yeah.
you know,
That's all that really matters, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
that was good. That was good.
On that,
Hopefully the camera captured that. I went and slayed a little insect.
on
there.
that sleigh, I think we should. I think we're good. Here, however, in Halloween fashion, I think we should do a Halloween. Would you rather?
Would you rather? Ooh, spooky.
Mine's easy. Come on.
Go on then,
alright.
Mr. Jonkster.
Would you rather spot like a really good haunting thing, like it either happens to you, or a really good alien sighting?
Alien sighting.
I mean,
I'm scared of that fucking shit, bro. Like I can somewhat handle aliens. It'll still scare me, but I mean, like, you know me. You and I are the same in that sense. I think.
I'd want to see this alien.
Yeah, I'd want to see.
I've
the
already
alien.
seen Aliens, so I'm pretty good. I have an alien story if you want me to tell you. It's very short. It was New Year's. Went for a walk at night. I looked up. I was probably like 14 or 15. I looked up and I saw 3 flashing lights in the sky, like stars. Like there was just 3 flashing lights in a triangular form in the sky. And I was watching. I was like, a plane or something? I couldn't figure it out. And it started rotating in the sky, and then it started moving across the sky, and then they sort of like formed a line, went in a straight line, and then I think I went backwards at one point. So it went one direction, it went back, and then it vanished. I don't know what that was.
Sorry, how recent did you say this was again?
That was 2014, I think it was.
Wow, wowzers.
Yeah.
So you weren't a little pre-adolescent human being. So you
Yeah, I was looking. I was
you
like,
had
that's
some- had
some
some-
strange stuff.
adult thought there.
Yeah.
Well, that will be a new episode. Like, I mean, we're definitely
do
gonna
aliens.
do it.
Yeah, we should do aliens next Halloween.
Sure, we'll do aliens next Halloween.
We'll figure it out. Bro. We'll figure it out.
All right. I'll do ghosts. I'd rather see something spooky.
Well, he want. This is the only way that's gonna convince him to believe in the supernatural.
okay,
so I
all
guess
right.
that makes sense.
Well, what we should do is take you to a goddamn haunted house and
Ooh.
nah, but you alone.
We'll wait for you outside.
And then you have a camera and you're like, guys, I can see
I'm
it.
not a paranoia documentary kind of guy.
We'll send you in with someone else.
I don't want to be.
we'll
not
have,
us.
we'll have walkies and we'll talk to
Yeah,
you.
we'll be in the
but
van.
what if the walkie-talkie is not me? It's like a ghost, and it's like mimicking me. It's like, yeah,
Oh
all good.
well,
I'm
then
inside,
that
but
sounds,
just
that
hilarious.
sounds like
I'm
a
being
you
like-
problem,
yeah.
not a
I'm being
us
skinned
problem.
alive.
me
or
and,
something like
me
that.
and Easterly are in the van just chilling.
Yeah, we waiting, man.
Yeah.
all right. Well, how
For
about
all
I
you
stay
know,
in
we
the
could
van?
get fucked in the van, bro.
Yeah,
You know, like-
yeah.
would
Why don't
you
we all
say
go
that?
together?
Why would you do this to me?
No, yeah. Let's stay here.
Yeah, no one wants to get
We'll-
fucked in a van. All right.
Well,
No, nobody.
Nobody. And this guy is considering it.
Nobody's ever wanted that.
anyway,
What's your would you rather?
would you rather be in a real life Saw situation or a real life Final Destination situation?
Did they die in Final Destination?
They do die.
There's
But
no-
to be honest, in
there's no
Saw,
living.
a lot of them die too. Like the likelihood of you surviving.
Oh, bro,
you're
I'll take
trapped.
the roller coaster. I'll just get squashed. I don't care.
So you take Final Destination.
Oh, yeah.
But
man.
you're the one who has the premonition. So like you see like the foresight, the future, and you're like, okay, we're all gonna fucking die. And then what? Do you try to escape it or do you stay on? But then if you escape it, death tries to catch up to you anyway.
Oh, I just stay on.
You just accept your fate.
Yeah, it's too tiring, bro.
Alright.
Get the hell. If a clairvoyant was like, "You're gonna die in tomorrow," I'll just be like, tonight I'll go to a brothel, and that's
I was waiting for you. I'm like looking at you. I'm like, he's gonna say some sexy shit, bro. You gonna jack one off or get jacked off or something, man. Oh my god! Why the fuck do I know you so well? God damn.
no, you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, I know,
just
I know,
accept
I know.
my fate.
Okay, yeah.
Because in Saw, it's like, say me and Carlos are in Saw, and it's like you have to chop his leg off. I'll be like, already done. Didn't have to. I didn't know there
You
was
have
a
to chop
reward.
his legs already off. What do you mean?
Do I get some sort of
Do,
prize?
do I
now?
survive or what? Like,
I don't know what I'll do. I mean,
Like Saw.
I mean, Final Destination.
Yeah.
I see all my friends die, right, and then I die.
yeah, you're the last to die. That's the person who has the premonition is usually the last to
Yeah,
die. So you have to see everyone die.
that'd be pretty sad. So
Can I not tell you guys?
No, you can, but then would escape death. Or like, well, I mean, that's assuming we would accept our deaths.
yeah,
No, but I
believe
can't
you.
tell you guys. Hey, I'll just go on this roller coaster. I'm a finna die now.
Yeah,
later,
but
later, Bo.
death would still try catch up to us because you
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
us
all
die.
good. I saved you from one thing. I'm not your.
You're technically
fucking-
not really saving us, are you? We're
Well,
still gonna die.
Why do you keep dying?
Yodo, man, you only die once, bro.
I think I would go Final Destination.
Yeah, why?
I don't know. I don't like the idea of being like kidnapped and
I could play a game.
yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, I just went to a roller coaster.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die, whatever. But like, yeah, I get to save the homies. Hey, you owe me one,
yeah, yeah. I think-
How am I gonna owe you one when you're dead, bro?
bro. Effigy. I don't know. It's eulogy. Do something.
I'll
Eulogy.
get some ectoplasm
Yeah.
or something.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd pick Final
Buy me
Destination,
a
bro.
really nice tombstone.
Yeah.
Damn. Alright. That was an easy one for me, but I just wanted to see your thoughts. But yeah,
No,
I'd pick
yeah.
Final Destination
Yeah,
for
Final
sure.
Destination.
I've always been freaked out by Saw. That shit freaks me out.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I can't do it.
Here's one for you. Would you rather live through a zombie apocalypse or live in real life Gotham City with jokers and
Oh.
penguins and
Real life Gotham.
Gotham, bro.
Bro, I'll either become a vigilante
Yeah.
or a villain. It
I'm
doesn't
becoming-
matter.
everyone gets shot and dies?
All good.
No, when I'm Batboy, baby. I'm
Zombies
fucking-
probably got stank breath and shit.
But I mean,
And then you can't even sleep at night because you'll go.
Gotham is still technically a city, you know. You still get to live your life, you know, when it's not fucked
There
up
is
at
a bat
nighttime.
dude trying.
Yeah.
He's
there's a guy trying. He's dressed as a bat.
it's not succeeding, but he's trying.
He's
He
doing
only
his
comes
best.
out at night.
There's a Joker. If I picked anything other than what you said,
It wouldn't be. It wouldn't
be
be in
betraying
character.
some-
Oh yeah.
All right.
What about you, bro?
I might go zombie apocalypse.
why? Because you could shoot people
No, no, not at all.
legally.
No.
Texan.
It's like, you see those movies where people go around and they're surviving. You seen 28 Days Later?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like that where you're just like,
You like that. You like that apocalyptic type.
no, it's not necessarily the apocalyptic side. It's like, kind of like
You're talking to the dude that wants to live in the woods with nothing, bro.
That's
so I
true.
mean,
You
like,
could
he
kinda-
probably wants to be in a dystopian world where
you
he
kind
has
of can
to
do your own thing, Yeah, I kind of like the idea of being able to do your own thing, right? If I want to upgrade my car, just smash a window, jump inside the car, drive along.
You know how to hotwire a car?
I've never hot wired a car.
Did you just say upgrade your car?
Yeah,
By breaking into another car.
yeah. So there's just cars everywhere, right? And I'm like, today I feel
So
like
you want anarchy, is what you're saying?
no, it's anarchy, but it's only me,
Oh, so you want to be in a zombie apocalypse by yourself?
kind of like I guess. Like I don't know. It's
You're
kind of
gonna
like
get lonely as fuck.
no. There's always gonna be a hot chick there,
Oh
and there's gonna be
my
a
God.
fat guy that can't run fast enough. There's gonna be a brainy guy.
I get anxiety on a normal day, like living with zombies. Like
Yeah, I
constantly.
don't-
There's gonna be the
I don't need
anxiety,
that pressure.
anxiety
I-
guy, so I'm gonna have to like.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
So you're
I don't
gonna
need
have
that
to
pressure.
take
they're
your
coming to get us.
Yeah.
They're coming to get us.
I hear something, and I'm like,
I don't-
take
I don't-
this.
I don't-
I
just
throw the shotgun.
I don't
you're-
want to live in a world where I can't take a drop of juice and feel comfortable.
Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need
I
that in
mean,
my life.
that's why we occupy. a
That's why
high-rise-
we.
That's why
We.
yes. We have a high-rise building, right?
Okay,
and
monsieur.
we take out all the stairs, but
Yeah.
we have like a pulley system where we can go down and up. You can take your shits over the side of the building. All good. Problem solved.
Because zombies can't climb.
Can you climb a high-rise building?
Yeah,
Better
well,
than a zombie.
Well, then, yeah, there we go. Better than a zombie.
Well, I'm taking the other one, and I forgot it.
It was
Gotham.
Gotham. How could you forget that, man? You're the jokester, man. Okay, on top of that, before we end, let's all give our best little evil laugh, eh? Little Halloween laugh.
Ho ho ho! I did it the whole show.
It's not bad.
Yeah, thank you.
Carlos.
Nice. Sound like a truck.
What the fuck was that?
That sound like
Whoa! I didn't expect to be judged right now.
That was
God.
not a laugh.
yeah,
that was a
sounded like
sound.
truck.
Okay, let's say
That's like a
okay.
coughing truck,
Okay, what if I laugh like that, huh?
Like, what kind of fucking laugh is that, man? Get a
Then
better
I'd
one.
Wow.
take you to the
Wow.
hospital.
God damn.
If I laugh like,
Fine. I'll do another one. I need my mask though. Ready?
much better.
That's way better.
Much better.
Thank you.
Happy Halloween, guys.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah,
to
have a good
everyone out
one.
there.
Trick or treat. Slap that meat, and to everyone watching. Hopefully, you tell some good ghost stories and dress up, and let us know what you've done this Halloween. Hopefully, we'll see you soon for the next one. Thanks to everyone on Bad Vice. See you later.
Peace.
I've been the jokester.
Bye.
I've been the budget pain.
All right. Bye.
Bye.